God bless everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to make a quick little video about this New York State Senate Bill 416 that I came across a little bit earlier. I think it's a little bit concerning, well, very concerning, and something that we as Christians need to be aware of. It's basically a bill that relates, as it says here, relates to the removal of cases, contacts and carriers of communicable diseases who are potentially dangerous to the public health. And that raises some serious alarm bells for me, and the bill confirms the alarm bells if we just read on. So we'll just have a quick little read through it. This isn't hidden. This is on the NewYorkSenate.gov website. You can Google it. It's in plain sight. Was introduced January the 6th. All right, so January 6th of this year. Relates to the removal of cases, contacts and carriers of communicable diseases that are potentially dangerous to the public health. Introduced by A. Perry, read once and referred to the Committee on Health. Section 1. The public health law is amended by adding a new section, 2120A, to read as follows. Removal and detention of cases, contacts and carriers who are or may be a danger to public health. Other orders. 1. The provisions of this section shall be utilised in the event that the Governor declares a state of health emergency due to an epidemic of any communicable disease. Upon determining by clear and convincing evidence that the health of others is or may be endangered by a case, contact or carrier, or suspected case, contact or carrier of a contagious disease that, in the opinion of the Governor, after consulting with the Commissioner, may pose an imminent or significant threat to the public health, resulting in severe morbidity or high mortality, the Governor or his or her delegee, including but not limited to the Commissioner of the heads of local health departments, may order the removal and or detention of such a person or of a group of such persons by issuing a single order. So, stopping there for a second, you don't even have to have the disease. You just need to be suspected, a suspected case, contact or carrier of a disease, and they will take you and lock you up, right, until they can confirm whether you do or don't have the disease. This is just absolute insanity. Says identifying such persons either by name or by a reasonable specific description of the individuals or group being detained. So the bill makes allowances to detain entire groups, families, religious persuasions, you name it. Such person or group of persons shall be detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises designated by the Governor or his or her delegee and complying with subdivision 5 of this section. A person or group removed or detained by order of the Governor or his or her delegee pursuant to subdivision 2 of this section shall be detained for such period and in such manner as the department may direct in accordance with this section. Notwithstanding any inconsistent provision of this section, a confirmed case or a carrier who is detained pursuant to subdivision 2, and it goes on and on. You can read it for yourself. Where it gets very, very interesting, we come down to section 9. Section 9, here we go. A person who is detained in a medical facility or other appropriate facility or premises shall not conduct himself or herself in a disorderly manner and shall not leave or attempt to leave such facility or premises until he or she is discharged pursuant to this section. When necessary and feasible under the circumstances, language interpreters and persons skilled in communicating with vision and hearing impaired individuals shall be provided. Goes on, goes on. Here we go. In addition to the removal or detention orders referred to in subdivision 2 of this section, and without affecting or limiting any other authority that the Commissioner may otherwise have, the Governor or his or her delegee may, in his or her discretion, issue and seek enforcement of any other orders that he or she determines. So any other orders that he or she determines are necessary or appropriate to prevent dissemination or transmission of contagious diseases or other illnesses that may pose a threat to the public health, including, but not limited to, orders requiring any person or persons who are not in the custody of the department to be excluded, to remain isolated or quarantined at home or at a premises of such person's choice that is acceptable to the department, and under such conditions and for such period as will prevent transmission of the contagious disease or other illness. To require the testing or medical examination of persons who may have been exposed to or infected by a contagious disease, or who may have been exposed to or contaminated with dangerous amounts of radioactive materials or toxic chemicals. To require an individual who has been exposed to or infected by a contagious disease to complete an appropriate, here we go, to complete an appropriate prescribed course of treatment, preventative medication, or vaccination, including directly observed therapy to treat the disease and follow infection control provisions for the disease. And it goes on. So there you have it, people. They are going to force these vaccinations. And we need to be really, really careful, because there are some horrific side effects associated with these vaccinations. You won't find any of them on this current platform, but if you search other platforms, you will see the side effects that are involved with the vaccination of a certain pandemic at the moment. And it's terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. This bill will start to introduce power that will enable the government, the police force, to just arrest you and lock you up and force you to take a vaccination. So we need to get educated, and we need to pray. We need to keep our eyes on the Lord, keep looking up, and pray hard, because the days are getting darker and He is the light. And we need to keep our eyes on the light, keep looking up. Anyway, share this video if you found it useful, and just keep praying the Lord's will in your life every day. Keep looking up and stay close to the Lord, because the days are getting darker, everyone. God bless. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.